free pass will go to Max Pappas. He was the first of several cars who were 1 lap down.
And that was the problem Clint Boyer in that 33 car had to pit for an unscheduled stop to change a right rear flat. Is Casey Kane kept putting more and more cars a lap down, and he couldn't get in position to get the free pass.
This is a perfect time to get a caution though. 35 laps. That's a good long run. You can really get some good feedback and make some really critical changes right here.
And take a look at that right front tire.
That too.
Pit road's open. Let's start with Matt.
Casey Kane had opened up, Mike, about a 5-second lead. He's got an opening behind his box. Jimmy Johnson is pitting in front, so he will stop short in his box to allow room for an early exit. He said the car near perfect. No changes on the 9, Dick.
Juan Pablo Montoya had been running in the second position. Car just a tad tight, so the wrench is in the back window, Christoph.
Kyle Busch said his race car is coming back to him, a 4-tire change. Steve.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. Krista says his car starts off tight, but now it's over-rotating off the corners. Lance McGrew told him to adjust his brake bias. They'll also make an air pressure adjustment on the 88.
Man, that's a land rush off pit road there.
All right, if you see it right there, you don't see the 48. Darrell and I were looking straight at it. He was blocked in by Travis Quapple, had to back up. And you'll see it right here. You can see that's Travis Quapple.
Go, 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 go. Out to the grass, out to the grass.
Let's show you Jimmy Johnson's view of that pit stop.
Nice and clean right here, no problem.
And coming in will be David Gilliland, Travis Quapple's teammate, 38. Just hanging out of the box just a little.
It looks like a lot of room, but Darrell, you and I were looking at it. It was not enough.
Go, 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 go. Out to the grass, out to the grass.
Had Jimmy not been over quite as far in his pit box, he might have gotten out, but he was just in a position where he couldn't.
David Reagan having a look at the tire that came off the right, I'll call it a tire, off the right front of his car, the rest of which is built Ford tough. Atlanta, one of 5 tracks in NASCAR to host over 100 Cup races. 29 wins for Fords at Atlanta. And what a memorable weekend Carl Edwards had here in 2005, getting the nationwide win in his first Cup win in the same weekend, built Ford tough.
Mike, the big thing, the telltale sign on the 6 cars tire, I know the tire was a mess, but so was the wheel. Had a bunch of concrete where he had pounded that wall over there.
Getting ready for the restart. Casey Kane elects the outside, and we are good to go. Green flag at lap 39.
I got a feeling that Juan Pablo Montoya is going to be working on our current leader, or our former leader. Oh, 2 cars in the wall in turn 2.
That's Joey Logano, the 20 that's up there.
And Carl Edwards.
And the caution is out.
Now there's a lot, it looks like damage on the left front corner of Logano's car and the right front of Edwards.
99's got a lot of damage.
Sorry, man. I don't know what he was saying. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's Carl Edwards.
I had room. I went down, and then he hit us from behind.
Let's see if we can watch this again and see who did what here.
Logano on the outside, Edwards in the middle.
Ooh, Carl got clipped by Brad Keselowski. Just run him up the hill, couldn't save it, and got into Joey Logano in the 20 car.
Another look. Watch that red number 12 on the bottom right there, getting it.
This car right here just clipped Carl Edwards in the 99, Brad Keselowski in the 12 down on the bottom there, and it shot him up the hill.
Just remember, Joey Logano came in here 8th in the points.
Awful close down there, Darrell. To know if there was actually contact or just what. Let's look at that first look and look at the 99 and 12 once again.
I wouldn't think there was contact if the car hadn't wiggled the way it did, moved and took off.
There are the 3 cars involved.
Pretty tight right here, pretty tight right here. Just a nudge. It's got a nudge.
And it doesn't take much.
Not when you've just been in the, coming out of the pits, low air, car hard to hold on to.
Carl Edwards' right front is a mess. Joey Logano came in here with what could have been a top 5 car. And they're both damaged. We're under caution in Atlanta.
The Kobalt Tools 500 Odd Box is sponsored by Budweiser, the beer that starts with full flavor and ends with a crisp, clean finish. Budweiser, it's what we do.
Atlanta Motor Speedway opened in 1960. You saw Fred Lorenzen there take the green flag in a Ford. It looks like Paul Goldsmith in a Plymouth. It was 1.5 miles then as now, but then the front stretch was the back stretch. They turned the track around. Big infield crowd there in '64. Carl Edwards, who had a great weekend here in '05, not so much with this retro paint scheme. And have a look right there on Brad Keselowski's car, right below the headlight decal. Just that little evidence of contact.
A little nudge. That's all it was.
Clint Boyer got the free pass. First car 1 lap down. He has since pitted. End of the line, and we're ready to go once again with Casey Kane outside. Kyle Busch. Green flag.
Tell you one thing, that 18. That 18 can get out of there when they
yes, he
on
can.
These restarts.
Yes, he can. He gets going in a hurry.
Now, is he the leader?
Yes, he was first car off pit road. Kyle Busch was the leader. He elected the inside on this restart with Kane outside.
Yeah, I just want to make sure because you can't beat the leader to the line.
Kane now battling Earnhardt for second. And Junior falls in line just in front of Montoya.
I believe these early quick cautions may have helped Junior a little bit. Looks like his car is a little wee bit better.
But you see Montoya in that
Whoa.
42 up high gets that run off the top side on 2. He'll just drive by the 88 car.
I just think that 42 is probably the best car right now. He was chasing down Kane before the last caution.
And here comes last year's winner Kurt Busch side by side with Jeff Gordon right behind that front 4. Back of then it's Denny Hamlin, Marcus Ambrose, Tony Stewart, Brian Vickers.
Got a little 3 wide here. Elliott Sadler was the meat and the sandwich between McMurray and his teammate Allmendinger in the 43. Bottled him up actually back there.
Kenseth in the 17. Keselowski trying to come back toward the front, and Bobby Labonte in the 71 with Jeff Burton sneaking around the outside in the 31. And here comes Menard. A lot of folks think that 98 is going to have a good day today based on his practice.
He was
speed.
nice and solid.
Yep.
And he's been nice and solid all year long, actually.
Dick Bergeron is with Carl Edwards.
And Carl Edwards is very anxious to see a replay of the incident. His car is pretty well damaged. We're going to let you talk us through it, Carl.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I just got to say thank you so much to Scotts and Aflac. I saw Brad down there, and I thought he'd give me room, so I went down to run the bottom. I thought he just hit me in the rear, but it looks like he was just there by about an inch. So, I mean, that's his call early in the race to either give me just a little bit of room or keep his nose in there. And I guess he was racing hard. I really thought it was his fault, but that replay doesn't look like it was as malicious as I thought. But thank you to Aflac and Scotts, and we'll get back out there. But Brad never gives me any room at all. But I was trying to take a little bit there. Just real frustrated.
No question about the disappointment in that young man's face.
Joey Logano was able to make repairs and continue. Edwards in the garage.
Well, when I listened to Carl Edwards' interview, and of course Darrell talked to him in the pre-race, there's no question after winning 9 races in 2008, the frustration continues through 09 into 2010.
And what makes it worse, Larry, for him here, this is his favorite track. He's got 3 wins here, got his first win here. He loves this place. He was looking forward to a great day, not to be.
Well, I think he was being awfully gracious in that interview.
Yeah, he looks at that a couple more times. He'll change his mind.
Matt?
And Mike, as soon as the green flag waved in that last restart, Earl Barbin was trying to get Jimmy Johnson back to the high side. The car loose before that last pit stop off turn 2, really the only hindrance he had over that last run. He said the car very good down in